destructive, and yet it is the dominant system. So 2/3 of all of the meat that is eaten, or all of the protein that is eaten, comes from animals, and of those, 99% are in factory farms. So we have a lot of work to do. Avian flu is a demonstration, a real demonstration of the fragility and the vulnerability of our food system. It's not a hypothesis. It's playing out live right now, right here in the United States. And it is causing millions of animals to be killed, either because they have the disease or they are being killed because they have the disease. But there are solutions. Does anybody notice what is on the shelf right now? There's one product that shines like a golden beacon. Josh Ball, do you want to? Just Egg. It affects farmers. For workers, it's some of the most dangerous jobs in America, with some of the highest violations and some of the highest turnover. Products in front of people. And one of them is about reducing the suffering of animals trapped in the system. How they really, the mythology, the stories, they shape how we behave and the decisions we make. And whoever controls those stories controls the world. And I think that that's something we really need to work on as a movement. We are losing the narrative battle, and we need to work on winning the narrative battle, which is why I wrote this book. So I went into the field to find the most compelling stories I could, to try to tell people new ways about factory farming. And I didn't want it to just be sad stories. I made sure every single character in this book is overcoming factory farming. People and beings who did suffer at the hands of factory farming, but found a way out through bravery, through great choices, and by sheer will found their way out. And the book is split into to create advocates, to create spokespeople from rural America speaking out against factory farming. So we have an incubator program where we're training them as media spokespeople, and they're going to be speaking in their local communities and speaking out against factory farming. Works the field together. The moment is all the more moving, considering the difficulties they have endured. They have come from different places in every possible sense, politically, geographically, mentally, to reunite and rebuild as a family. There is this desire to be a single unit, to build on the land together with pride. They think of their father as they toil in the autumn sun. They think he would be happy to see them together working the land. They're motivated by more than monetary gain or some other kind of success. The Haleys work as one. The kids, the uncles, the parents, all together to pull the hemp from the soil. The metal longhouse stands off in the distance, to go from death in the air, filling our pores, oil sticky on our hands and clothes. Growing something just changes your heart compared to killing something, reflects Evan as he's finishing up his first day of the harvest. This whole process has transformed our whole family that was really in despair for a very long time. And it's transformed it into something that is now thriving and is connected and close. It's such a beautiful, as if the only option is extinction or extreme suffering. Like there's only that choice. So I went to explore what are the other types of relationships. It's a valid question because farmed animals are domesticated species. They're like our dogs and cats. They cannot survive without, anybody who runs a sanctuary knows, they can't survive without our assistance. So I went into sanctuaries to meet animals and hear their stories and hear what was happening to them. And most of them are sanctuaries. One of them I stole a chicken, I will say. I did steal a chicken. And her name is Henrietta, and her story is in here. And we're actually coming out with an animation next year that tells her story, in the fall, actually. But one of the stories I want to tell you about is a pig named Felix, who is one of my favorite. And Felix is from Duplin County, North Carolina. And Duplin County has the highest concentration of pig farming anywhere in the country. Now, I went to Sisu Refuge. Highly recommend you follow their Instagram page if you just want to have like warm, fuzzy feelings all day long. It's a really great place. And What happened was in 2018, there were two people named Erica and Joseph, husband and wife. Erica is a volunteer firefighter, and Joseph was a soon-to-be retired Marine. So these are people of service. Any female pig was trapped in a crate, unable to escape when the floods came and all of them drowned. But the males anyone who could escaped. And so during this time, there were a lot of males like sauntering down the road. So on his way between being taken away from his mother to a fattening farm, he was a runt and he managed to slip through the truck and make a run for it, babe style. He escaped. And his story is really lovely, so I'm going to read you a little piece from that too. The day Felix jumped the truck, he had just been taken from his mother, and no doubt jumped in an effort to get back to her. Erica explained. On the South Farm, they are with their mother. Then they are loaded up, put on a truck, and they go to a nursery. Then they're at the nursery for a few months, and then they go to a finisher called the Grower Finisher Farm. So they've got trips in between. So Felix fell off when he was going, right when he had left his mother. Erica and Joseph had never had a pig that young, that small before. The Hurricane Boys had been full grown, swaying their weight from side to side, not accustomed to gentle human interactions. But Felix was a baby, malleable still, impressionable. In just 2 weeks, Erica and Joseph took him not only into their home, but into their hearts. He slept in their bed with them. They swaddled him like a baby. They carried him around in a carrier while they were doing their chores, their business around the house and farm. It felt natural, and Felix did not object. After all he'd been through, he surrendered to the warmth and security of his new family. He had a couple bumps and bruises, but it was pretty good shape physically. His emotional state was another thing entirely. Erica recalls how depressed he was. He still tried to nurse on whatever, your arm or finger, whatever seemed viable, as he desperately searched for his mother. He missed her, but soon he came to love and find comfort and safety in his human family. I point out that this is a real manifestation of the fragility of factory farming. And there is an alternative. That alternative is anything not eggs, basically. And one of the products we've been really working on getting out to people is the Just Egg product. So we had coupons on our Caught My Heart and My Soul. There are so many issues, so many challenges in the world that are really difficult to know how are we making a difference. So when I think about racism, like what can I do today that I know will make